In this video, I'm going to let you know how to master your product sample inspection in China for your Amazon FBA business. This is Fung Cheng, and I help people by sharing business and marketing advice. So if you are an Amazon FBA seller and you are sourcing your products in China, one of your job might be having your product sample to be inspected in China. So in this video, I'm going to let you know some important steps that you should take to get your product inspection succeed in China. So first, let's discuss the importance of product inspection in China. First, significance of ensuring product quality. Your product quality is going to directly impact customer reviews and overall brand reputation. By ensuring product quality, it will reduce your return rate and negative feedback on Amazon. And this is the one that every sellers want to avoid. If you get a high return rate and high negative feedback on Amazon, it's gonna down rank your listing. If you get a product that has a high return rate and high negative feedback, right? Amazon, first of all, they will not recommend your listing to the buyers. And then your conversion rate is going to be impacted as well. Let's talk about the risk of skipping inspections. If you skip the inspection for the product sample, it's going to have a potential for receiving defective and inconsistent product batches. Let's face it, people do make mistakes, especially when the supplier in China, the English is not their first language. Sometimes they do misunderstood you, but no matter where the mistakes come from, you always want to inspect the product samples because this is one of your only ways to prevent the quality problem. As I said, if you skip the product sample inspection or inspection for the batches, the risk is going to be negative reviews, high product returns, and potentially you can get your product listing suspended. Let's discuss the insight into sourcing and quality control in China. First of all, this is always going to be your first step, is to choose a reliable suppliers. When you are choosing suppliers, right, you always want to prioritize suppliers with a proven track record and transparent communications. Say if you have got some suppliers that you feel like sometimes they don't really get you, right? There's a lot of guessing game. So you shouldn't work with these suppliers. It's not that they are bad, right? But you want to get a supplier that can fully understand you because communication is very crucial. You want them to understand your product requirements and expectation. And then you want to build up the relationship with them. You got to understand the cultural differences. This is a big one. Because you are doing an international business, right? You are sourcing from different countries. It makes sense that you got to understand how Chinese culture works. A supplier who likes you and trusts you will give you a better deal. You try to show them that you are serious about the cooperation, right? Although you are just placing a small batches in the very beginning, you tell them your purchase plan and your goals. This way, they won't think that you are only a one-time thing, right? Because what they dislike, what they don't like is that they don't like someone just go to them and they spend so much time to help you come up the customization of the product, and then you only place the order once. This is what they don't like. So get the supplier to trust you, to have a good relationship with you, then you're gonna see a lot of changes, right? They're gonna spend more time to understand you, to communicate with you. Because they are willing to spend more time on you, you will realize that the chances of defective products or any other mistakes is going to be reduced. So what are the challenges and solutions in China sourcing? One of the challenges is that you might see some issues like the gap between product samples quality and the bulk order quality. This is one of the most common problems that we see in sourcing. So you get two different standard or quality of products. So how can we prevent that from happening? One of the best ways is that you get a good agreement, good contract. If you find out that there is a lot of quality issues and the quality of your product samples and your batches doesn't really match, In this situation, you can get the full refund. You can try to think it this way. If you got this contract, right, with the supplier in the very beginning, they're gonna be more aware of the problem. Because they want your money, right? At the end of the day, they just want to make money. You got a clear term on a contract that the supplier doesn't collect their money if the product samples and the batches, their quality doesn't match up. This is gonna be a good way to help you avoid this type of issues, because at the end of the day, it is the supplier who takes control of how the quality is going to be. You want them to be responsible. You want them to have the pressure to make the things right. So what if the supplier doesn't want to sign a contract for this type of term? In this situation, just walk away, because you don't even get the protection from this kind of deal. You really don't want to risk it, because if you got one batch wrong, it's going to ruin your Amazon business, right? So, make sense? The next step is preparing for effective product inspections. First, you want to documenting product specifications. You want to develop a comprehensive product specification document detailing all quality requirements. You might want to find what we call golden sample. Use a golden sample to show it as a benchmark of the design quality to ensure consistency. Because sometimes it's much easier, right, to just pick the product sample that you're happy about it. And then this is gonna be your standard. So what is the inspection preparation tactics? So let's say you're not only looking for inspection for your product sample. You want to inspect the batches, right, your new production. What you can do is that you can actually engage with inspection services. You can find the inspection company near the supplier. Because of the close location, the inspection company may charge you a lot lesser, right, for the inspection. This is going to be two good reasons. The first one is that you can actually have someone to take care of the inspection for you, right, which is good. And the second reason is that when the supplier knows that you are sending someone to inspect the batches, they're going to be much more aware of the quality problem. You want to research and try to compare multiple inspection service providers. Try to get in touch with different inspection company. Try to see how much they are charging, their reputation, and their reliability. The next step is conducting the inspection and making informed decisions. You gotta pick a right inspection day. After you pick the inspection day, you gotta trust the inspector to do their job, focusing on product quality, labeling, workmanship, and on-site test. It is very important to assessing product packaging, such as carton measurements and barcode. If you got the wrong packaging, say the information of your packaging is incorrect, or even you get the wrong barcode or ASIN, it's gonna ruin not only your shipment, but your brand as well. So from the inspection, you're gonna get something called AQL, the acceptable quality limit. Sometimes it really makes sense if you only get one defective product, say out of 1,000. But if you get a very high defective rate, then you gotta make the decision to design whether you want to keep the shipment or just have the supplier to redo everything for you. You gotta see if the quality issues is crucial, major or minor, and then you're going to make a decision based on that. If there is just some small scratch on the packaging box, then you may just leave it, right? Just continue with the shipment. But for some bigger issues on the customer standpoint, then you may need to design if you want to hold back the shipment or not. So why we use a third-party inspection and what is the benefit of it? First, it ensures the product meets international regulations and the safety standards. And the inspection company, they identify potential product issues before they are shipped, ensuring a consistent customer experience. So how can we choose the right inspection company? First of all, you got to consider their reputation, right? and you want to find someone who is more experienced with a long history and tracked record, then of course you want to consider their price, their location, and their expertise. Depending what product you are sourcing, you want to find the product inspection company who has the expertise and experience in that category. At the end of the day, if you are not located in China, you can't just go to the supplier and inspect the shipment by yourself. You've got to trust someone to do that for you. And your best bet is going to be the third-party inspection company. Alright, so this is it. I would like to hear your comment. Comment below and share your experience with others. You could also join our Facebook group because you're going to learn a lot of good tips on e-commerce and sourcing in China. If you like this video and this type of topic, be sure to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks guys, I will see you in my next video.